Well, if you watch my videos, you know I love my Wild Turkey products. Wild Turkey 101, the new Wild Turkey 101 8-year, even Long Branch. I've had the Private Barrel, and I've had the Rare Breed, and a whole bunch of others. But there is one Wild Turkey product I have yet to review. This one right here. And we're going to do a little sample of it, because I'm definitely not buying a whole bottle of this. American Honey, 71 proof. It is a honey-infused whiskey, basically. And the story with this, it has been around, I believe they came out with it in 1976. It was, I think it was called Wild Turkey Honey Liqueur. And then in 2006, it was renamed the current name, American Honey. Basically, I think its biggest competitor would be the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, which I do like. I'm not a big fan of flavored whiskeys. And if I'm going to have them, there's really two kinds I would venture to have. Anything with the honey and anything with the fire. You know, like the Tennessee Fire, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. I've had the Jim Beam honey version of this. But any of these apples and the peaches and any of that stuff, no. Honey or fire. So in this case, we got the Wild Turkey American Honey. I've never had it. I'm going to give it a shot. That's why I would buy a small one. Definitely not buying a full bottle of this. Let's pour it up. Okay, so we got this poured up. And it has been chilling in the refrigerator. It's a very light color. This almost would be the color of a corn whiskey or a Scotch. So in any event, let's give this a nose. Not much. I think the Jim Beam honey had more in the nose. Probably the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey too. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. It's not bad. It's nice. I do get just a little bit of that familiar Wild Turkey profile. It's subtle, obviously. It's certainly not, as strong as the other ones here, but you got the infusion of the honey in there. It's a little Wild Turkey with a little honey. I think it's nice. I would still say in the flavored whiskey category, and not being biased because I'm a huge Jack Daniel's fan, but for me, and I've tried a lot of them, I still am a fan in that space. I'm a fan of the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey and the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire. I think those are the ones that everybody else is trying to catch. I think they just do it just better than anyone. But this isn't bad. The Jim Beam honey isn't bad either. You do get a Wild Turkey, subtle Wild Turkey flavor. I mean, it's even more subtle and weaker than the Long Branch because that is 86 proof. But it's not bad. But if I'm going for the honey, I probably would go for the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, and I'm going for the Fire, Tennessee Fire. That's my preference in the flavored whiskey space. You're not going to see me buying a full bottle of this one, but this isn't bad. However, I much prefer the other things that they do really, really well, Wild Turkey. Cheers.